Hi there, welcome back to our channel. In today's video, we are going to build a real-time advanced speech-to-text app using just HTML, CSS and JavaScript. This app can be used for note-taking, live captions or even as a productivity tool. Here's what our final result will look like. Our advanced speech-to-text app have an option to start recording. Once we hit start, the tool will ready for listening and the text of the button will change to stop recording. This app will allow user to speak into their microphone and convert their speech into written text right on the page. This app will not only convert speech to text but also display real-time transcription with advanced formatting and options like saving or copying the text. If you want to copy this text or save the text, we need to stop recording. And below we have a option to copy the text. Once we click this button, the tool will automatically copy this text into the clipboard. And next to this, we have a option to save text with the help of text file. Once I click this button, the tool will ask the location to save this transcript file. If I hit save, the tool will automatically save this text. For that, I need to jump to the download folder. Here I can see the transcript of download file. If I open this, inside this we can see the text same as in our tool. Not only that, but it will also highlight recognized words in real time. Don't miss out this fun and educational project, and I upload unique project videos every week. Please give it a thumbs up and leave a comment below. If you have any questions or suggestions, make sure to subscribe our channel Sarachandar K and hit that notification bell to stay updated with our latest content. Now let's dive into the code. Let's open this advanced speech to text project folder in my favorite code editor, Visual Studio Code. Let me know your favorite and why in our comment box below. Inside the directory, I have created index.html, style.css and script.js. Inside the index.html, I have already added HTML boilerplate with the help of exclamation mark. Along with that, I have changed the title of advanced speech to text by Sarachandar. And below, I have linked other two files of style.css and script.js. Now inside the body, we need to add the div of container. In Visual Studio, we have a embed abbreviation to add the div with class attribute and then value. For that, I will use dot and then value of container. If I hit enter, Visual Studio will automatically create div tag with class attribute and then value of container. Inside the container, I will add the h1 tag of heading with the value of advanced speech to text. Next to this, we'll add the button with ID of record button. For that, I will use hash and then value of record button. If I hit enter, it will automatically create the button and then ID of record button and then value of start recording. Next to this, we'll add one more div with ID of transcript. For same as this also, I will use hash with transcript. If I hit enter, it will automatically create the div with ID. For this div, I need to add one more attribute of content editable equal to true. This will help us to edit all the content inside this div. Next to this div, I need to add one more div of controls. Inside this div, I need to add three buttons. For that, I will use button asterisk 3. If I hit enter, it will create a three button elements. Now I need to add the value for this. First button as copy text, second button as save text, third button as clear. For this buttons, I need to add the ID to identify which button is which. So for that, I will write the first button as copy button, second button ID of save button, and third button ID of clear button. Here, that's all for the HTML. Now let us see our HTML file in action. For that, in Visual Studio Code, we have a extension called Go Live. Once we click in the status bar, the tool will automatically run our project into the default browser. Here we can see the title of Advanced Speech to Text by Saraj Chandar and then heading tag as well as the buttons. Now we need to style this. For that I need to jump to the style.css. Here I have already added import URL of font family Poppins and I have added the global selector of asterisk. With the help of this I will reset the margin to 0px, padding to 0px, font family as Poppins from this import URL, and I have assigned the secondary font also. Box sizing will be border box. Now I need to add the styles to this body with the help of element selector name called body. For this body I need to set the display to flags. This will help us to set all the content inside the body is placed into the center of the screen. With the help of justify content center, align item center, and will set the height of 100 VH and will set the background color to blue color. If I save, if I go to the browser, here we can see the changes immediately. That is how the live server will work. Next to this, I need to add the styles to this div with the help of container, because here if you add the styles to the div, we have many divs in this HTML. So all the styles will applicable to all the elements. So instead of that, I need to add this styles to this particular div. So I will use the class with the dot selector and then value of container. For this, I will set width of 80% and I will set the max width to 700 px. We'll set padding inner spacing to be 20 px. We'll set the background color to white. We'll set border radius to 8 px. We'll set text align to be center. We'll set box shadow to this container with a position of 0, 4px, 10px, and RGBA color red to 0, green to 0, blue to 0, and all for 0.1. If I save, if I go to the browser, here we can see the container with box shadow effect. Next thing, I will add the styles to this heading with the help of element selector H1. We'll set the color to black. We'll set margin bottom to 20px. Next thing, we'll add the styles to this button. Same for this button. We have many buttons in this file. We can't directly use the element selector. Instead of that, we don't have the class also. So we can use the ID selector with the help of hash. This will replicate the ID and then value of record button. For this record button, we'll set the padding top and bottom to be 10px, right and left to be 20px. We'll set font size to 16px, cursor to pointer. We'll set the background color to green. We'll set the color of the text to be white. We'll remove the border with the help of border none. We'll set the border radius to 5px. If I save, if I go to the browser, here we can see the button of green color with start recording. And next thing, we'll add the styles to this div. So as I said, that div is editable. Here we can see the div as content editable. So here we can add any text, whatever we want with the help of that content editable. So I will change this true to false and then we'll check. If I save, if I go to the browser again, here we can see the div itself. For that, we'll add some styles and then we'll check. Same with the ID of transcript. We'll set the margin outer spacing top and bottom to be 20px, right and left to be 0. We'll set padding inner spacing 15px. We'll set min height to 150px. We'll set the background color to light gray color and we'll set the border 1px solid with gray color, and we'll set the border radius to 5px, and we'll set the overflow white to auto, and we'll set font size to 16px. We'll set the color of black color. If I go to the browser, here we can see the div with style, but here we can't able to type. And now I will change this false to true. If I go to the browser again, here I can able to edit this div. How simple is this, right? Whenever we start recording and we try to speak something, the tool will listen the speech and it will display the text here. Next thing, we'll add the styles to this button too with the help of controls. So inside this control only we are having all the buttons. So I will take this control as parent and I will add the styles to this all child buttons. We'll set the margin to 10px of top and bottom, right and left to be 5px, adding inner spacing of top and bottom 8px, right and left to 15px. We'll remove the border with the help of border none, set the cursor to pointer, we'll set the border radius to 5px, we'll set the color of the text will be white. If I go to the browser, here we can see the button with over effect. Now we need to add the separate colors of each buttons. For that each buttons we have this ID, so I will set the color of this copy text, and then for this save button also, and for this clean button also. So for the each button I will set three different colors with the help of background color. For copy button I will set the light blue. For save button I will set brown color. For the clear button I will set yellow color. If I go to the browser, here we can see three different buttons with three different colors. Now when we hit start recording, we need to change this button to stop recording, and we need to capture the words by speaking to the microphone, and we can hit the copy and we'll get this text to be copy, and we can hit save the text to be saved as an text file. And once we hit clear, we need to clear this div. For all these operations we need to do with JavaScript. For that I need to jump to the script.js. We need to add the declaration with the help of const. The first one as record button equal to document. Document is an owner of your web page. With the help of document we can do whatever DOM manipulation within the web. With dot get element by id, the easiest way to get the element with the help of id. I will get this id and I will place here, then we'll check what this id contains with the help of console.log. If I go to the browser, if I hit F12 in the console, we can get the entire element of this button, and then I can get the inner HTML or inner text of that particular button. If I go to the browser, here we can see the inner text of start recording. That is how the DOM tree will work. Now I will declare all other declaration with the help of const. Here I have declared all other declaration same as above. Next to this, I will create one more let declaration with recognition, and one more let of is recording equal to false. Why I have created this declaration as const and why I have created this declaration as let? Because this const is to be constant, it never be changed for this button, right? But here this let declaration of is recording or recognition, it will be changed by the script as per our functionality. So only I have created two different variables. And next thing, we need to assign this recognition with the help of WebKit speech recognition. For that I need to initialize if we'll check WebKit recognition in Windows. If this is present, then only we'll assign this to recognition of of new webkit speech recognition of this function. We'll check what this contains. Console.log of recognition. If I go to the browser, here we can get this object of speech recognition. If some of the browser it will not support, for that we'll set the else condition and we'll set into the allot speech recognition not supported in this browser. Try Chrome. Once we receive this and we'll get the recognition dot continues equal to true and we'll set the recognition dot interim result equal to true and we'll set the language of this recognition with the help of lang equal to en by us. This is what the recognition we have assigned with the help of WebKit speech recognition. And then we need to add the event listener for this button to start the recording. For that, here we have already added the record button declaration with the help of record button dot add event listener of click. Inside this click, we'll create one function. Inside this, if is recording, if this is true, then we'll set the record button dot text content equal to start recording. Else we'll set this to text content of stop recording and then we'll set this true or false for this recording, right? Here we have set this only for false. All the time it will change to stop recording only whenever we click. We can check that if I go to the browser, if I click here we can see stop recording is changed. Again if I click for start or stop it is not working. For that we need to change this value of this particular mode. So that will be very easy. Instead of setting this to true or false like this, with the help of condition we can check the conditional statement of exclamation mark and will set to is recording. Whenever this is true it will set for false. Whenever this is false this will set for true. We'll check that. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click start, it will change to stop. Again, it will click on stop, it will change to start. How simple is this, right? And then we need to change the color of this button. For that, I will add one more class to this record button dot class list dot add recording. And same thing we need to remove whenever it will be stopped. With the help of class list, I will set to remove. If I save, if I go to the browser, I will insert this button. Here we can see only the button with the ID. If I click on start, here we can see the class of recording attribute is added. If I click again, it will remove. If I click again, it is added. Whenever this recording is present, we need to add some styles to this. For that, I will jump to the style.css. Here next to this record button, I will use the hash of a record button with dot of recording. This is what the class we are adding to that particular element and this is present. We'll set the background color to red. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I refresh, now this is in green with start. If I click, it is changed to stop recording with red color. If I click again, it will change to green. If I click again, it will change to red. Next thing, we need to start and stop the recording of that recognition. For that, simply in this button click, whenever this is started, we can set the recognition dot stop. This will help us to stop this function of recording and will set recognition to start. This will help us to start the recognition of this microphone. Now we are start and stop. Then how we can check the result? For checking the result, we have the recognition on result of this function equal to with the help of event. Inside this event we'll check what this contains console.log and then event. If I save, if I go to the browser, here in the console it is empty. Once I hit start recording, it will ask the permission of that microphone what we are using currently. We need to click on allow, then only this should start recognition. I will click allow. Now the microphone is working. I'm speaking in that microphone. Here we can see the console.log. Whenever I'm speaking, we'll check what this contains. lines. Inside this speech recognition, we have the results. Inside the result, we have array. Inside the array, we can check the function of the value. See, this is what the word I have spoken. So for that, I will clear hi, hello, and I will stop. If I stop recording, here the console is stopped. Why? Because the recognition is stopped whenever we click. That is how the function of this stop will work. Once we stop, the result of the recognition also will be stopped. Now I will go and check the final result, what this contains. Here in the result, we have many arrays. So I will go and check in the final array. Here we have some transcript text. I will go and check. Here it is transcript of and I. So I will check for the first. Here hello. Now the microphone is speaking. Whatever I have spoken in that microphone, it is captured as a transcript. We need to append the text into this particular div. For that, here inside this recognition, we'll create one let declaration of transcript equal to empty, and we'll get the for each to collect the event with the help of let I equal to event dot result index, because here we have captured some result index. Whenever this is present, then only we need to get the loop and we'll get the array of object, and we'll get event dot result dot length I plus plus. Inside this I will add the console dot log to check event dot results. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I speak something, the console is empty still. If I hit on start recording, I can see the console is firing. But here inside this, we'll get the transcript, right? Here with the array of I, and we'll get the first object of 0, and we'll get the transcript here. If I save, if I go to the browser, now the console is cleared because the recording is stopped. Once I click on start, here the console will be fired. We can see whatever the text we are spoken into the microphone. I will stop recording to check what is the text contains here. This is what the text we have spoken into the microphone. So we have get this text. We need to append this into this div. For that, I will use this transcript plus equal to. I will append this string into this. Here we have already declared this transcript div. That is what the declaration here. Transcript div dot inner HTML equal to this transcript. If I save, if I go to the browser, here still this is empty. Once I hit start recording, here we can see the text is typing as transcript into the div. How simple is this, right? We can speak whatever we want. The tool will automatically transcript or live chat into the div container. Now I will hit stop. Then the recording or recognition has been stopped. That div also nothing appended. Next thing, we can copy this text to the clipboard. We can save and we can clear this. For this copy button also, already we have declared this copy button, and we'll add the add event listener of click, because this is a button. Inside this button, we'll create one function. I will copy this and I will use it for save button, because that is also button, and then clear button too. Now we'll check this is working or not with the help of alert and one. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I click on copy, we'll get the alert of 1. If I click save, it won't work because inside this save we have not yet mentioned anything. Now whenever the transcript is present, then we need to copy to the clipboard with the help of navigator dot clipboard dot write text. Inside this write text, we'll capture the transcript div dot inner text, and will set the alert to inform the user text copy to clipboard. If I save, if I go to the browser, if I refresh, now I'm going to hit the start recording. This text I'm going to copy to the clipboard, and then I will stop recording. This is what the text I am going to copy to the clipboard. Once I click this button and I'm getting the text copied to clipboard, I will say OK, and I will open to the new tab and I will paste it here. How simple is this, right? That is how the copy to clipboard will work. The next thing we need to save this text as a text file. So before that, we can add this clear functionality that is very simple. I will copy this text transcript div dot inner HTML equal to null. If I save, if I go to the browser, I will hit start recording. I'm recording this text to be clear from the button. I will hit on stop recording and I will go on hit this clear. The text will be cleared from that div. Now the pending thing is save text. Inside this event listener, I will create one const of blob equal to new blob. Of this blob we have some options we need to pause. For that I will pause this transcript div dot inner text and we need to download this blob file as type of text plain. This will help us to download as plain txt file and I will create one more const of link equal to document dot create element. This will help us to create the element with the help of script as what we have created in the HTML. This will create one link tag of a and I will set the link of href equal to url dot create object url with the help of this blob and I will set the link dot download equal to transcript.txt and I need to click this with the help of link.click. This is a function. I will use the open and close bracket. Here what will happen once we click this save button, the text will be converted to be blob as a plain text file. And for this I have created one link of a tag and here I am creating create object URL with the help of this blob and here this is what the download link of this file name and I am clicking through the script. Once this click, this will fire to this download and this will ask the file to be download with the help of this name for the particular location. We'll check this in action. If I save, if I go to the browser, now I will hit start recording this text to be download as a text file wherever we want to save in our project folder. I will hit on stop. If I click this save text, now as I said, this will ask the location to save with transcript of 1 because here we have already having one transcript, so it is asking for transcript of 1. If I hit on save, it will download to this particular location. Now I will go to the downloads. Here we can see the transcript file. If I click on open, inside this we can see the same text. We can cross check. Here we can see the text to be same. If I click on copy text, it will be copied to the clipboard or else we can change or modify wherever we want to save in our project folder. And if I click on copy text, it will copy to the clipboard. Again I will jump to that file and I will paste it here. Now we can see the difference we have edited. How simple is this, right? I can close this. Again I can start recording. It will automatically append the text on top of the div based on whatever we are trying to say it in our microphone. And here is it. With real-time speech recognition, you can start speaking and see your words transcribed instantly. You can also easily copy, save, or clear the text. This app is perfect for note taking, brainstorming, or just having fun with voice recognition. You can customize this further by adding more languages or adjusting the text style. If you found this tutorial helpful, make sure to like and share this video and also subscribe to my channel Sarat Chandar K to watch more web development content. If you are interested in JavaScript projects like this, I have created and added a playlist 52 weeks of 52 projects in JavaScript. Link in the description. Please do check it out. Thank you so much for watching. Until next time, keep coding and keep learning. See you in the next video. Happy coding. Bye for now. Have a nice day.